you know. So yes, this is Yellow Beer here. Welcome guys. Today we're going to talk about a topic I'm highly passionate about. Hair porosity. Yes, hair porosity. Low hair porosity is. Low hair porosity means in terms of the structure of the hair, characteristics that show that your hair has low porosity, how to care for your low porosity hair. We're going to keep it short, brief, and then as usual, very informative. So, porosity basically is the ability of your hair to absorb and then retain moisture. Yes, that is what porosity means. There are three types of porosity: the low porosity, medium porosity, and then high porosity. For today, we're just going to talk about low porosity hair. Yes. So per the structure of your hair shaft, outer layer, which is the cuticle, the middle layer, which is the cortex, and then the inner layer, which is the medulla. So talking about porosity is more of the cuticle. So that's the outer layer of your hair. And it was made this way because as everything that is important, you don't want just anything entering your hair. Yes, that was how God made it. So that it's in quotes like the policeman, it screens you, it protects the hair against just anything entering. The physical layer for low porosity hair is very tightly packed, like the scales of a fish, or like how a tile roof is placed. They just overlap each other and they are very tightly placed. Because of how tightly placed they are, it is very difficult for moisture to enter the hair. And once it enters, it's very difficult for it to leave as well. Yes, the cuticle layer was made this way because the middle layer, which is the cortex, is where the moisture will be absorbed, where the nutrients will be absorbed. So it protects the moisture and then the nutrients. Yeah. So if you understand how the cuticle layer is, and the fact that the cortex is where the moisture and then the nutrients and then the oils and all that is absorbed, then you would understand why the nutrients and then the oils must first enter the cuticle layer before it can get into the cortex of the hair shaft to be absorbed. Characteristics of low hair porosity. Person who washes your hair and it takes about 2 days for it to hair dry, yes, you may be low hair porosity. Or if you are someone who styles your hair and is sitting in the dryer and it's taking forever for your hair to dry, even in the dryer, yes, you may be low hair porosity. It takes a long time to get wet. You can actually see the beads of the water. You can see the droplets on your strands. Yes, that's one characteristics of low hair porosity. And because of how the structure is, as I described, once the water gets inside, it's difficult for it to leave. So now it takes a very long time for your hair to air dry. Even if you are going to blow dry or even apply heat, it still takes a longer time than the usual or the medium hair porosity or the high hair porosity. You can tell that sometimes when you apply the products or some products, it's just sitting on your hair. You need to take time, run your hands through your hair before some of the product is absorbed. Cause of low hair porosity usually is this genetics. It is something that you are born with, and that is what usually you have. So it runs in the family sometimes. Yes, it's genetics, basically genetics. Yes. A very popular flow test has some irregularities, or it's not as accurate as people think. And to be able to use the flow test, there may be specific things that you need to do to actually get a very correct result. So that is why I would recommend that In order to find your hair porosity, using the characteristics of your hair is the best way to find out. You know your hair better. Yeah. The importance of knowing your hair porosity is so that you can take better care of your hair. If you have low hair porosity, as I said, your cuticle layer is very tight, it's very tightly packed. So you need something that would help lift the cuticle layer, help lift it, so that the water, the oils, and the nutrients can then enter your hair shaft. So let's have this in mind. You need some form of healthy heat. Anything that is warm may be your friend. You need warm water. You need warmness in the form of steaming, using your deep conditioner, hot oil treatment. Anything that is warm would help raise your cuticle layer and then help the nutrients to penetrate. Example, your hair is dry and you want to moisturize your hair. With low hair porosity, instead of just grabbing room temperature water and just spraying it on your hair, you can try that. It may get soaked just a little bit, but you can see that there will be beads on your hair strands. It will be best to warm the water just a little bit, and it will make a huge difference. Yes, you can warm your water, warm your oils, warm your products if you want a maximum penetration of the products. This is the way to go. One of the things that would help low porosity hair is humectants. If you haven't watched my video on deep condition, I'll suggest that you watch that. I mentioned how exactly you can choose the best deep conditioner for your hair. Example, for low hair porosity, you would need a moisture deep conditioner most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, and sometimes with some light protein treatment. So with the moisture treatment, you would need humectants. Humectants in the form of honey, sorbitol, panthenol. These are the glycerin. These are the things that are going to draw the moisture into the hair so that it can penetrate into the cortex and then moisturize your hair. Choosing oils, don't just choose any oil. Choose oils that are moisturizing, oils that can enter your hair shaft. So oils like argan oil, avocado oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. These are oils that are very good for low porosity. And with low porosity hair, you actually want to prevent build-up, not using too many products, because these products are actually, if they do not enter your hair shaft, are going to sit on your hair, prevent the necessary nutrients from actually entering. So heavy butters are not for you if you are low porosity. You may want to hold on that, and you may want to use clarifying shampoos so that, or you may have to increase your wash day time to prevent buildup. Today's topic, it is short, it is brief, it is informative. It is low hair porosity. We have talked about what low hair porosity is, the cause, the characteristics, how to test for low hair porosity, how to care for your low hair porosity. If you have watched this far, please like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share my channel to other people. Thank you. The next video is going to be how to care for high porosity hair. So just stay tuned till next week, Friday. Bye.